Welcome back to the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Rick the Ruler and Andre Jalil. How y'all doing, man?
Oh, we chilling, baby Paul. You know what I'm saying? We got
Anything
us a
good?
W tonight. Yo, we looking real good out there, baby Paul. Like word.
A
All
W.
smiles. I'm happy to
All
motherfucker.
smiles.
In the comments, what they saying?
Shout out to the
Yeah, we
chat.
got nasty ass smiles out here today.
He already starting with us today. He already starting with us. We're not gonna let that happen. We're not gonna let that ruin our vibe. So today, the Knicks beat the Pistons 105-91. And unfortunately, it was the Pistons. But regardless, it was a game against NBA players. You know what I'm saying? Um, these I think they probably got the worst record in the NBA. Is it between them and the Rockets? I believe it's
Let me see. They
Yo,
got
all them dudes talking about, oh, it
they
was the
got
Titans.
5 and
They hated.
24.
come
No,
on.
it's definitely them. Rockets got twice as many wins.
Yeah, it's definitely that. So yeah, anyway,
Oh, the Pistons
Pistons.
is worse in the league.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
worse in the league. Worst
NBA
team in the
team, they
league.
play hard every night. We got
But the
that
thing
win.
about it is, yes, they are the Pistons, but we would lose to the Pistons. Like we would be the team to lose to the Pistons.
Oh yeah.
Same way we were the team to lose to the Orlando
The Orlando
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, I
Forget it. I don't
mean,
even
if
want
you
to talk
want to
about it.
tease us for losing, you know what I mean, against one of those teams, and you can't say nothing because we played well. You could just win, but when you play well in the win, it's a little bit different. So,
Niggas look like they was having fun tonight, man.
yo, listen, man. Here we go.
Hey,
Here
yo,
we
turn
go.
his mic off, man.
Turn
Hey,
his mic.
man, he
We
coming
don't
in
want
trying
to.
to
We don't want to mute you tonight, Dante. All right. What's
Word.
going on, bro? Shout out to the chat. If y'all in there, hit that like button.
Raul Melendez.
Yeah, my man Raul. What's good, family?
What
How
it
you
look
doing?
like?
How you doing? How you doing? Play ball in the valley. You know what I'm saying? Got ballers out
He
here.
been going back, Raul from the Valley.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I was just in the Valley today. I came and checked you.
Of course. Yeah, right. Anyway,
I don't know him like that, but I'd have passed through like, yo, what up?
Did you
You
just say
got a
got
game
a second brush too?
turtleneck.
It ain't even a
Anyway.
turtleneck. It's like what they call it, the crew. What they call it, the little half turtleneck. You know what I'm saying? It's cold in the basement sometimes.
It's
Nigga, go
cold in the
calm down.
basement. Tell him chill out. So, what's good, Izzy? My bro. I see you out there cooking, boy. You know what I'm saying? I see
Who
you.
cooking?
Chill out. You
Who
know what I'm saying?
cooking?
Master Chef, man. He out here doing his thing.
Oh, yeah, I be seeing you putting the meals up on the joint. Tell him to come. You gotta come to Newark, New Jersey with all that.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. We
That's
got
what, you
all
know
the
what I'm saying?
spices. Just tell me what you need.
Dre on it tonight. You already know when Dre here, he gonna be live regardless. That's just how it is.
Izzy, I
So
see
anyway.
you out there. He got the what do you have the scale of 1 to 10? How handsome is he? What they gave you? A 4, Izzy? What they gave you?
They gave you a 4. You crazy.
I think I gave him a 10.
You
Something
gave
like,
him a 10?
something like that. And he was like, oh,
That's
something.
funny. That's funny. So let's talk about our Knicks.
Stupid.
Let's do that. Alec Burks started off. He had 41 minutes tonight, 2 for 10 from the field. 8 points, 7 assists. Now he didn't shoot well, but he played well on defense. He grabbed rebounds and he got some assists, and that's something that you kind of expect out of him. But the main thing you want from Alec Burks is for him to hit jump shots. It's just that simple. But unfortunately, there's been some tinkering with the starting lineup and all of that. Clearly, we know at this point this is the second game that Kemba Walker has been back into the starting lineup. He's not just back; he's back starting again. And Kemba Walker had 21 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds.
Last game, right?
Yeah, 29 last game. And he's 3 for 9 from 3, 8 for 21 from the field, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. What did y'all see from Kemba? Drake, tell me what you saw from Kemba tonight, man?
First of all, Damian Dotson went off.
He did.
He came back showing off.
He did. Whole team Dot, my man, went out there and put up.
Yo, he back. I know Knicks fans going crazy. All them Damian Dot fans going wild.
Listen, man. Unfortunately, he ended up outside of the league. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to see that, especially for an ex-Knick. But kudos to him for keeping at it. A lot of people give up. You know what I mean? And of course, he would come back here and do his thing. So he had 1 rebound, and he went out there, did his thing with flash a little donut.
So
he didn't shoot any shots though.
this is one of the things that I feel about Kemba because I haven't been on the joint. You know, they switched my schedule up at work and all that shit.
Yeah, nobody want to hear about all that. Tell me about Kimba, man.
But I'm just saying because I didn't get a chance to really talk about it. So you got Kemba Walker. He played damn near 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he dropped 21 points last game, 29.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they took him out of the rotation. We still losing.
Yeah,
that's why I don't necessarily. I feel like his defense is horrible, but I don't necessarily think that it's his fault that we lose it.
mm-hmm.
I thought that if they moved anyone out of rotation or at least out of the start lineup, it'd be Evan Fournier.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that like when you look at Mitchell Robinson, it looked like he was having fun tonight. First of all, they looked like they were having a blast tonight.
That was. I'm gonna get to that. Go ahead.
That's what it looked like, and I just feel like that's a part when you see Kemba and his confidence. He was saying, "Fuck out of here." You can see him talking all that.
Yeah, I
he
love
was doing
that.
at the last game.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like what you need from your floor general.
Yeah.
These young kids, they're not really giving us that. They're not giving you that. These boys can play. They can play defense, but it ain't turning into wins. So I just think that I wonder what they're gonna do now. Everybody gonna be healthy. It's gonna be like, yo, Kemba, you're looking out, baby. Sit down, like sit back there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what we gonna do. But he dropping 21 points. That's what we figured he was gonna do anyway. You're gonna have games you ain't gonna drop 20 something points, whatever the case. But Kemba. He came out there, yo. He's a consummate pro. I love that dude even more now
than before. Right?
Bad attitude. He dropped the points.
Is it his team again?
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't think
it's his team again.
I don't think it's his team. Well, the way Julius playing, it could be anybody's team at this point.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't. His on-off numbers aren't good. You know what I'm saying?
That boy looking like first year Mitch. Julius. That boy ain't looking too good. But Kemba, just to stick with what you asked me, Josh, sorry. 40 minutes. We talk about bad knees. Right? 40 minutes, and he looked good the whole game. Like he actually played. He played in the fourth quarter. Would you say his numbers were?
Who? Fournier?
8 for 21. Not Kemba.
Kemba, 8 for 21. He was he scored 21 points.
Yeah, 2 for 2 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
21
I'm
points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
No negative on the plus minus, which is,
outside of Nerlens.
Yeah, Nerlens the only. Yo, did you see he got the pass from Josh with the butterfingers?
Yo, smiles today.
Yo, Josh, because I'm looking at Nerlens like, how did you not see that pass coming? He had nowhere to go, bro.
He sees all of the passes. It's not about his eyes. It's his hands. The problem.
It was an easy score.
Come
Y'all
on,
know
man.
the play I'm talking about when he rapped. He was in the end. He had to wrap around homeboy, and Nerlens was like this. It's like the ball ain't even go up yet. What you looking up for?
Yo, 72 games last year. We watched it, man. So,
yo, dude, it killed. I'm sitting here like, I'm like, yo, how did he fuck that pass? He's like this. Now he chasing it. They had to pass it and just had to start over. I'm like, damn, bro. So anyway, and he messed up an assist. That could have been how many assists Kemba ended up having?
Kemba ended up having 5 assists.
He'd have had 6 if he'd have fucking caught the ball and just jumped up and dunked it.
Yeah, right. So, Rick, what about you? How you feel about Kemba, man?
I mean, I feel like Kemba got the rest that he needed because he came back with a vengeance, man. Like his first game, he showed out, especially to his old team, which I feel like was just like perfect storyline, whatever you want to call it. But it was great for him to play like that. For him to come out and do it again. I mean, well, not again, but to play just as well again, and have the crowd going and have the team going, and he was all smiles. I'm sure Dante enjoyed that, but
he loves the smiles.
Will he play consistently like that every single night? Probably not.
We don't know.
But
we don't know.
But if we can figure out what it is, how much rest he needs on a week to week basis, we could have him play like that every time he's on the court.
Right. Yeah. The thing I'm seeing from Kemba is like you said, I think he needed some rest. I think he was working on his body a lot. And I think probably that's just something that they probably had behind closed doors. Right. And that's probably what the deal was. The deal was like, listen, what do you need? I need rest. All right, cool. Because that's the only way to me where you take him completely out of the starting lineup and out of the entire rotation. And then when he comes back, he goes right back into the starting lineup. Yeah. Like that had to be something that they worked out between each other.
It's the COVID protocol.
Yeah, COVID-19 said, "Yo, I got you. Don't worry about it. Just hang on the bench. Get the rest you need. I got you."
I mean, yeah, for sure. But now it's like what? Because there was a report that the trade market was pretty dull for
Ain't nothing
Kemba Walker.
happening. And they was like, fuck it, put him back.
Yeah, for Kemba Walker. So I'm sure that
who's
probably.
trading for him, bro?
I mean, at that point, you're getting $8 million for that kind of talent. That's just a tradable contract. At that point, it's just something that you can just use to get somebody off your team if you really want it. Yeah, why not have someone who's going to sit on the bench and smile and not play? Cool, you know what I'm saying? Or give me spot minutes here, there. You know what I'm saying?
Like if I'm Houston, I'm like, yo, y'all want John Wall?
I'm sure that conversation was had somewhere across the league, but I don't think anyone picked up the phone really when they looked
you got 2 point guards, one's getting 40 million, the other getting 8. But like, yo, we got John Wall. Like, what y'all trying to do?
And both of them, both of them are over the hill at this point.
And neither one of them playing. Yeah. Well, before this game and last game.
But back to Kemba, I didn't really want to bring any negative energy to him. I'm happy for him for what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I think
your boy K, he a hater, bro.
Yeah. Listen, I can't see it right now. That's why I make my screen big.
Is the biggest hater.
I would make I make my screen big. So
and first of all, it was Spike. Just for your info, Dante.
Oh God, what did he say?
He said, yo, Ray really feeling himself drinking a hard Mike's lemonade after this moment.
Hard Mike's.
I had that shit spiked with the whiskey too.
He said,
but he had me cracking. I was laughing earlier. His little Alec Burks trying to play like the God Alfred tonight.
Yeah, that's just Dante. Dante is always gonna bring the jokes. You know what I mean? That's what he's here for. That's what he's here for. Bring the jokes in. Shout out to my man, the Cuzzo.
Tune, what up, baby?
How you doing?
Killing your fantasy,
Toxic
man.
Knicks fan in here. You
Toxic, how you doing, bro? The chat.
Yeah, what's Knox?
If you in the chat, just do me a favor.
Wait, what? Yo, Knox played tonight?
I didn't see. Did Knox play?
Is he even in the roster?
I don't think
they got all the dudes off the bench and
I think
he's not on the roster. He probably on protocol.
Yeah, matter of fact, he's on protocol. We
got Tyler Hall on the line. Yeah, like it's
protocol.
Yo, the Knicks should be winning all these protocol games. My fantasy league is all fucked up with these protocols. I got nobody playing.
Oh yeah, I got so many O's next to players' names.
To be honest with you, bro, I don't even care no more because it's like, at this point. And then the league that we're in, people didn't pay their dues yet. So I'm about to have a deadline. Like, listen.
Did I pay mine? I keep asking you.
Did I pay you? I paid you, Cap.
It's a while ago.
It's good, but I know you got it. I know it's not that you don't got it. I just know you.
Yo, I ain't been thinking about how much I owe you, my nigga, because you're gonna come up here on the air.
No. You know what I'm saying? You owe me some bread, bro.
How much I owe you, nigga? Like, damn, what's the deal?
Listen,
it's Christmas, nigga. Take that. That's you know what I mean. Good looking.
$30, bro. 30.
Good looking. It's Christmas.
Give my 30. You know what I'm saying?
You paid it forward.
Dude. But listen, honestly, if I'm hit by a deadline, if everybody doesn't pay, I'm gonna give everybody their money back, and then if you win,
you're gonna the league.
Nah, the league gonna go on, but if you win and you didn't pay, you're gonna be mad. Like, damn, I should have just paid $30, and I'd have had
right.
And then you look stupid. So oh well. Anyway,
everybody's money back.
Yo, what's up with Julius not doing his hair ever now? Like, what's up?
Listen, he got bigger problems to worry about. I think Julius needs to figure it out. I don't think he's on the trade. I don't think it's about that. I think they're committed to Julius. They're committed to the long term, trying to figure out what's going on with Julius. I think they're really trying to figure that out. They don't want to give up on him. They saw what he did last year, but like I was gonna say earlier, regarding to Julius Randle, the difference with this team and last year's team is they're not having fun yet. And I think that has a lot to do with how you play defense and how you score and how you pass and how you look for your teammates. They're not having fun. These guys aren't out there smiling. The only one out there smiling consistently is Kemba. That's it. Yeah. But you see how infectious it is. You can see how
infectious too. Mitchell was having fun. They was having a good time.
Yeah. But why was Mitch smiling? Why was Mitch smiling? Because those three alley-oops. Because them three alley-oops that between those two, because of that pick and roll, like I was saying last year.
But Kemba's the master with the pick and rolls. Kemba just got. I mean, Mitchell got to figure out how to do them joints.
Right, and that's what I was saying when we got Kemba Walker. That was why I was excited. And I'm like, yo, at least we're gonna have somebody who can run pick and roll on this offense because that's what we were missing. We didn't run any pick and roll. Everything was just side to side. You know what I mean? Swing the ball. Julius ISO. That's really all you had last year. At this point, you have some guards that you can run the pick and roll with. And you got Mitch, who's one of the best rim runners in the league when he's healthy. And Mitch tonight was 17 points and 14 rebounds. That's like, 6 of them being offensive rebounds. That's what we missed out of Mitch last year. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the playoffs versus the Hawks. There's just things that he brings to the game in 24 minutes, 24 and a half minutes. Let's just say 25. 25 minutes, he brings you 17 and 14. You know what I'm saying? And a plus 24. But can he consistently do this? If he's smiling, if he's in a good mood, yeah, I think so.
He could. Well, he's not creating them shots. He should be able to if we got a point guard that he could do the pick and roll with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you really look at three, let's say 3 of those, he was 8 for 9. 3 of those, he was the pick and roll with Kemba. And you got to say the other 5 was what? Just him grabbing the rebound and putting it back up. You know what I'm saying? So
my thing is, who got into his ear? Because he had the ability to do that.
He went crazy. He did everything that he was supposed to be doing.
He's doing it. And so, and that's what I think our biggest issue. I know my biggest issue with him was. I mean, great, you get blocks, but we need you to score. And now he's scoring. He tied his season high, and I feel like if he could just understand that he can do this whenever he wants to do it. I know matchups were a big thing. There was no one on the Pistons that could hold him. He didn't fight with anybody. I mean, there was no struggle with anybody. He was just bigger than everybody.
Right.
Stewart tried his best, but he was no match. And when you deal with teams that have centers,
this year he won't be. He's not the match. I think in a few years he's gonna be muscling a lot of people around. But yeah, go ahead.
But he was moving. Like I think he dropped some weight. He was running. I saw one rebound right off. Nobody was even there. Put it right back up, lay up off the backboard. I'm just like, yo, this is stuff that he could have been doing all season.
Yeah.
But whatever. He's awakened. Our starting 5. There's only one person in a negative plus minus, and that's Noel. Because I don't know what's going on with this guy. He fouls, and he always looks surprised that he fouled or got called for the foul. I don't know what was going on with him, but everybody else was positive.
Everything is in the negative was clearly because every time he was out there, he fouled, and it was a silly foul every time.
Ridiculous. He was playing hard, but it was just like
he had a few blocks. He had 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He did something out there for 23 minutes, but if you look at the production that Mitch had in basically the same amount of time compared to Nerlens. And that was the guy that we had running center most of the year last year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if we had Mitch growing and with that team. You know what I'm saying? I think we kind of missed out with that because there was some chemistry that he could have developed with Julius last year and on that run, and RJ and the rest of these guys that he missed out on because he was hurt consistently back to back, the hand and then the foot. But good to see Mitch having a good game off the bench. 17 and 14, and just hopefully he continues to just be in a good mood. You saw a tweet that he had the other day. He tweeted something, and you just don't want to see that. You don't want to see. He does it every year, though. You know what I'm saying? He does it every single year. Every time he's frustrated about something, the first thing he does is he goes to Twitter or he goes to Instagram, and he'll post a status that only lasts like 24 hours. Like he'll post like a what do you call it? A story, post it in his story, and then it'll disappear so that there's no paper trail for it. But that's what he's good for. He does it all the time. You kind of hope he grows out of that, but whatever. He had a good game. Let's continue that on. I don't even know who we play next. I think it's another man thing. Let me see. Who is it that we play? Let me double check.
I think I got it here. After the Pistons, it's the Wizards.
The Wizards. Oh, it's not a bum team. Yeah, it's a team that
the Wizards started off good.
They started off well. Yeah. The only thing about the Wizards is I think teams figured them out. They figured out those weaknesses. It's funny, huh?
I don't even think it's that deep. I just don't think. I think they started off good and it just fell off. I don't think it's
Yeah.
anything.
I don't think they're really a good, well-rounded team.
Yeah.
But it's funny if you listen to Wizards fans, they talk about Bradley Beal the same way we talk about Julius Randle, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Like it's literally in the same exact tone, which is wild to me.
Where you hearing these people from?
Listen, it's all over Twitter. Just go and search the Wizards Twitter, and I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see people trashing Bradley Beal. Like, oh, he's not a leader. He's all he does is score. Like, empty stats. This. I'm like, damn. Like it's but it's like I said, eerily similar to the things we complain about with Julius Randle. So, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? You never know what, because these people see all of the highlight games that goes on ESPN, or you see the games when you're in your fantasy league and the guy has a big game and you see, oh damn, he must have had a big game. You don't see those other games where he's dropping donuts and he's looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not a fan of that team.
Right.
Same way we want to get rid of all of these people, and we're like, yo, we can get rid of him, because we know what they look like night in and night out. You know what I'm saying? It's weird to hear another franchise talk about Bradley Beal like that. And that's somebody we like, yo, we get Bill over here, we gonna go all the way. I'm like, I don't know, like something got to be off. Like,
but they right. He's not a team player. He scores, and that's what he does.
Yeah, he's a glorified role player, as people would call him.
It's true.
He
can't be a leader. He can't be the leader.
Very talented player, very very talented. But
if he was on the Knicks, he'd be a leader. Who gonna say they?
I mean, yeah, no. When they say you're not a leader, they mean like you're not a good leader.
Yeah. I hear you, but he come on the Knicks, and it ain't gonna be. I mean, unless they switch.
He'd be the leader, but he wouldn't be a good leader.
Well, we don't know. Who knows what? Well, yeah. I mean, if you're not a good leader, you're not a good leader.
Yeah, like no matter where you at.
It's right there. Like,
we see what James Harden looked like in Houston, and he carried those same habits over to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's putting the numbers up, not as much this year. Numbers are down, but whatever. We're not gonna do that. Good to see Taj back the past 2 games. Yeah, I really miss just having his presence out there. Like everybody's calm.
Dude. He's smart. He knows how to play ball.
Everybody's just calm when he's out there. Like everybody's like, Taj is there. He got it. And I think low key, that was the presence that they were missing the past 2 games. The past, however long that run was. But I know the past 2 games, his presence there was just huge for this team. Evan Fournier. So last game, I was annoyed, of course, because he had 32. I was annoyed. I was annoyed because he had 32. Why? Because he only scores 32 when he plays the Celtics. I want that energy every game. Seriously,
that was his first game.
The first game last year. I mean, this year, we were there.
Yeah.
32 against who? The Celtics. Then, 2 nights ago, what does he do? 32 against who? The Celtics. Once again, I'm like, okay, so that's the only time you come and bring your tour.
Y'all want to send me to Oklahoma? Watch this.
Yeah, let me light up.
Yeah, it becomes personal,
right? But the thing is Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker, they look great. In reality, they look great against. First of all, it was Boston. They was gonna step it up for that game. You just knew. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like, it was COVID, but it was also like the perfect game to bring Kemba back, and saying Evan went off with him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was good. But now when you look at the fact that RJ is going to get back, and then Obi's going to come back, and then Grimes is going to come back, and Deuce is going to come back, and Quickly is going to come back, and all of these guys who've earned the right to play and have minutes. There's no way you're going to get 20 shots between Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier again. This is not going to happen consistently. 8 for 21. Great game.
But that may be a good thing, though, because if they can do what they can in the time that's allotted and they play on a higher level, we can definitely make the best of it.
I think the problem we're having is they need this amount of time to look this good. They need 40 minutes to look this good. Kemba played 37 minutes last game. He had 29.
They had this time earlier though.
Yeah, but earlier in the season is when they look good. When they started to bring those minutes down. What I'm saying is when you shoot at this percentage, if you look at Kemba Walker's percentage, 38%, Evan Fournier, 37.5%. Imagine them doing that on 10 shots. What that looks like. You know what I'm saying? 3 for 15, 3 for 10, or you know what I'm saying? Like now you bringing me 9, 10 points. That's not what we're looking for, and that's what we've been complaining about. So there is going to be a problem once these guys come back. Once all this, and it's going to trickle in. Tibbs is not going to get them all back at once. So at least he has that. He has a game here or there to work one or two guys back into the rotation and take some guys out. But to be honest with you, I don't know how he's going to do it. I like it. I love the fact that these guys had great games. Good. But what I'm seeing is you guys need 40 minutes a game to look this good, or at least 30 plus. And it's not that you don't deserve it. It's just you guys, you have guys behind you who do things that you don't do. Play defense, and they have to play. They just have to play. You know what I'm saying? Or they score. They're more efficient scorers, or they do both things better than you. Like some on both ends. Sometimes, like Emmanuel Quickly might be better than Kemba on any given night because of the things that he can do on both ends and affect the floor, the game on both ends a little bit more than Kemba can. But it's going to be hard to get Kemba 20 shots and Evan 20 shots every single night, as well as get Julius only 18 shots and have him with 21 points and 11 rebounds. Because once you enter RJ back in there, he's going to have 10 shots at least. And then you're going to enter Obi in there. That's 5. Quickly in there, that's at least 10. Grimes, the way he's been playing, he's gonna get some shots in there. And then you got Deuce.
But I feel like if the coaching staff did it by matchups, okay, we're playing Detroit today. Mm-hmm. Let's put this as our 7 guys, 8 guys that we're gonna put in tonight, and then sit the rest. Like, you don't have to try to find minutes for the same players every single game because the matchups may not work for you.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like the coaching staff has a little bit of homework and they can make it work where everybody touches the ball.
Well, I think if you realistically look at it, if these guys were there, Kemba and Evans not playing this many minutes, strictly because you would rather see the young guys get minutes against a kind of team like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just, and not because that Evan, like I said, Evan or Kemba didn't deserve the time. It's just when you're talking about one of the worst teams in the league, let's get the young guys out there and see what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, you're not gonna really get them in this game. So, if they're there, they don't have this game based off of what you're saying, off of matchups. You know what I'm saying? So, you're playing it like that. You kind of throw off rhythm, which is the problem, that they need rhythm. They need 20 shots. They need 15 to 20 shots a game to put up 30 to 40% each game. You know what I mean? So, that's just the thing that I've noticed. I don't really want to as Toxic says, game mad boring without the kids. For sure. It was very, very
boring.
They
play defense. And those kids could knock down a 3.
Mm-hmm. They definitely
if they give them more time, those boys could be dangerous. But we were saying that before the team started looking like shit. And he could have utilized them kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He said was playing Halo with it in the background. Yeah, and it's funny. Like I said, one of the exciting things about this game was Mitch. That was like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like him just being out there smiling, grabbing rebounds, dunks, and like the alley oops. And the theatrics, he give you the alley oop, and then he's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love it because that's what you want to see Mitch do every game. Exactly. Hopefully he gets in the rhythm. I don't like when he has one of these games every like week. Like, I want to see you do this, Mitch. Like, this is what you can do. The way you were battling on the boards. Like I said, 6 offensive rebounds. That's just what you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just do you when you come in. But that's pretty much it. Don't really want to beat a dead horse. It's as Dante would say.
It's the Pistons.
It's the Pistons. That's just, you know, what you're supposed to do. Go in there and take care of business. You shouldn't lose to this team. But there are things that you're gonna see that, you know, all right, cool, good. Put that in the and keep going back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get rid of all of these bad games that we've been having. You know, I don't know how we're going to be able to see this Kevin. I keep doing that when you talk about these two.
What you talking about?
Whenever I put Kemba and Evan next to each other, I put it as Kevin. So Kemba and Evan, I don't see how they're going to be able to get these kind of games consistently, and that's my only concern. I love the fact that they had great games. I'm hyped for Kemba. He deserved this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
you gonna get a spot back though?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm just glad that he has this to show for himself wherever he goes after this. Because I'm not sure if this is long term. I think going forward though, yes, he should be your starting point guard. Like, that should just be it. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know what they do when Derrick Rose comes back, and then you got quickly. You know, like, you know, that's another player that's gonna get 10. We forgot about Derrick Rose. Like, I don't know how these guys are gonna get 15 to 20 shots a game. Like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I love the fact that they had a good game, but unless they're not playing 35, 40 minutes, you're not gonna see this. So, great win. We got the Wizards next. We don't have all the guys back. All we have is we're gonna probably have is
How long is this taking with this COVID protocol? They gotta pass 8 negative tests.
I don't know what it is. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. I think it's like either 10 days or 4 negative tests or something like that. But it's been longer than 10 days.
Nonsense?
I think just how they're just picking dates and how long you're supposed to be, because LeBron he tested positive, and then all of a sudden, like 2 days later, he tested negative, and he was like, "Oh, he's back." I was like, "What?"
Well, LeBron's
he said he was like, "I don't get it." He was like, "They just took me. I couldn't be around my family. It was just like everything was thrown off." And they was like, "Yo, I'm clean." He was like, "And I knew I didn't have it."
What? You see what I'm saying? Like, this it's LeBron, it's not consistent. But that's the thing. It's not consistent. Yeah, I mean, it's just not consistent. Whatever it is. I'm just glad that we may have Obi and RJ back on Thursday, and if not by then, we'll have them back for Christmas. Ooh, man, that's
my thing is, it's like it's spreading all over the NBA, but like you still see like a lot of players wearing masks, and you see other players not wearing masks. And I understand they're clear, but like if it's going around the league, I don't get it.
Yeah,
it's not consistent. It's very inconsistent.
Yeah, very inconsistent.
You got fans that's still in the stands. They're not stopping them.
Yeah,
maybe they're more strict about how they got you going in there and all of that. But it's kind of like, all right, the fans is here. You know, like, you know, when we went to the game, they was like, "Let me see a vaccination card," and it's just like, all right, and he's like, "Yeah, it ain't like you got to have the scan or nothing." It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and you see players diving into the crowd to get balls and stuff. I mean, like, you don't know.
You don't know who somebody just coughed.
And they jump back on the court and they play like, I don't know. But what do you do?
What can you do? I guess you could just be a little bit more consistent is what you could do. But you know,
somebody said they should start the bubble back or something.
I'm confused about the criteria.
I think the bubble.
Who said that?
All of these things are on the table at this point. Though, with how rapidly guys are getting it, it sounds just like last year. It's just crazy.
I think the reason why they ain't shutting everything down is because people are vaccinated. So it seems like people are vaccinated, saying stuff like, "Look," because now I got excited a little bit because Kyrie, they said, "Oh, well, now you can come back. We got 8 players out." My thing is, like, I feel like you open it, you know, it's Pandora's box because now you got Kyrie back. And then you're like, all right, everybody's good. Everybody's vaccinated now. You could go back to being on it. Like, what you gonna do with him now? Only reason why I'm excited is because he's on my fantasy team and he ain't been playing only. And I wasn't there for the draft, and they picked Kyrie for me. So
they did him. First of all, they did him dirty.
Because I figured, I was like, I'm just hoping he come back. Like, I don't really care. Like, the way the whole thing went down, I don't give a shit.
They did him dirty because
he did himself dirty.
No, not. I'm only saying because he came back and immediately after he came back, like the next
COVID
day,
protocol.
he was on COVID protocol.
I was looking at that I was like, was that part of him coming down?
I was
Like,
crying, yo.
shit.
I said, yo, there's no way. They were like, nah, we
Yeah.
can't let this go on that easy. We got to make it a little bit hard for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't just going to keep giving the green light. They were like, yo, give him a little yellow light. You back, but chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, relax.
Yeah,
But you're
like,
not back.
Like, oh, they
you back, but you're not back, Kyrie.
Yo, you got it, my G. Yo, you gonna have to sit out another 10 days.
Yo, you back. Good to have you back. Yo, 10 days though. Yeah.
Yo, they just take the
10 days. Kyrie came back with the ball, with the plastic bag over it and all that. Like, yo.
Nah, Cat. They was like this. They was like, yo, Kyrie, what up? Hey, they said we just got the test back, my G. They said, yo, your shit 10 days. Yeah. All right, I see you.
Like, I know you ain't get the jab yet, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
like, yo, you got the jab? Oh, nah, yeah, they said 10 days.
10 days, 10 days, saying you got to wait 10 days.
But the ill thing, whether you got the jab or not, you sitting out.
Well, the crazy thing about that conversation, and I'll end it there. But you know, people are saying it's a win for Kyrie in a way, because I can see how it was happening. I'm sure he's like, yo, y'all forced me to get this vaccine. I didn't want to get the vaccine, so I didn't get it, and y'all told me to stay away. Now, all of these guys in the league that's been vaccinated are rapidly getting
coming up, but they're coming up positive.
That's rapidly. Mm-hmm. How can your argument hold up after that? What can you say to that? Like, yo, listen.
I mean, it's not the same thing though. Like, just because you have the vaccine, it's not the cure. It's a vaccine. It's supposed to help your body identify it and protect yourself.
Right.
So,
right,
but
right.
but if you're still out there wilding out in the streets and stuff like
that,
you're gonna get it, right. Whether you have the vaccination or not. So I mean, he doesn't have like a case or nothing. If that's what you're saying.
No, he doesn't have a case, but I'm sure that him saying that was kind of like, all right, well, y'all said that this is supposed to be something that's going to stop the spread of it, and it's spreading. So, like, how much of y'all really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to play basketball. And, you know, at that point, they're probably like, all right, fine. You can play the away games. Cool. But you got to sit the 10 days. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till 10 days, though, man. But anyway, like I said, I'll end it there. They got their own thing going on, and hopefully they do what they're supposed to do, what they're paid to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hate on them too much. I don't wish them well, but they're, at the end of the day, they're NBA players. I don't want their careers to be tainted by, you know, a whole lot of stuff just because they play for a team that we don't mess with. Yeah, just for things that I don't mess with. Just for a team that I don't mess with. You know what I mean? But I'm good. I'm good off that. Hopefully that they let up on homeboy. He just want to play basketball. But yeah, man, that's really all we got tonight. You guys got any last words? Any parting words, fellas?
Yo, I'm glad we got this W, man. It ain't just Detroit, man. We beat a professional basketball team. This is looking good. To the playoffs we go.
To the playoffs we go. What about you, Rick?
I don't know about playoffs, but
come on.
We need to get these wins. Like, I just worry about the next game. All right, so we won this one. We're supposed to. The next game, can we get that win? Can we get back to being 500? Can we get into a nice playoff spot? And then we can start worrying about the playoffs.
Right.
So check it out. So do you believe that, really quick, and I'm not trying to turn this to a whole other conversation, do you think a trade is coming though? Do you think that's going to happen?
A trade?
I think so. A trade is going to happen regardless, but like it might not be a big. Like I said before, I don't think it's going to be.
It might not be a big splash. It'll be something that where they like, all right, statistically, this person works for this roster.
Right. I will say this though. We're talking about playoffs. We are in 12th place.
Yeah,
12th place.
We're really down there.
But the thing about that 12th place is, if you look at,
that could change.
The 6th place.
We got to take advantage of this shit.
They only have 19 wins. I mean, they only have 16. Sorry, 16 wins. So we have 14. So there's only a two game. Well, they would, whatever team it is would have to lose as well. But with us winning and losing, if we just go within the next 2 weeks, we go a little bit above 500. You could easily jump into the AFC just by going a little bit over 500.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just worry about the next game. Can we get this one? And then, like, once we go on the streak, and we'll be back in playoff talks in no time.
Right, for sure, and that's what you really expect. I think if you let's look at this real quick before we get up out of here. Our next game is against the Washington Wizards, and then home on December 25th, Christmas, 12 p.m. against the Atlanta Hawks, and
we're winning that game.
And actually, speaking of that, I think Trae Young might be out on protocol.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out on protocol.
He's not even on protocol. He got it.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's asymptomatic is what it was. That's what he said. But he got it.
He ain't playing.
Unless he has a miraculous LeBron turnaround in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Which is possible at this point.
But LeBron never had it.
Yeah, according to him.
Well, according to him, what was it? He was on cold protocol for something.
No, he was on protocol. They said he tested. So, like, what I think is happening, they're giving them like 8 tests. If you come up positive on one of them tests, you don't pass.
Huh.
So then he came up, then he did another round of tests, and it was like, hey, they was all negative. He was like, no, I didn't have it. So a lot of the reason why they give them 8 tests, because you got to pass all of them. You get one of them joints because they're supposed to be rapid tests. They're not as good as like I forgot what you call the ones with the more serious joint where you got to wait like a few days to get the test.
Right. Yeah.
So them little rapid tests, you got to pass like 8 of them joints or something like that.
Huh.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
When they take them tests, jeez.
So yeah, it's just wild. We'll see by Saturday. He says he's asymptomatic, but he has it. So maybe they might make him sit out. For however long you're supposed to sit out when you have it. But we'll see. And then we play the Timberwolves after that, and Anthony Edwards tested positive for it as well. Or he's on COVID protocol, I believe. And that's on Tuesday, December 20th. So we'll see. And then back at the Pistons, which is winnable game. Thunder, winnable game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight winnable games. How many will we win? I'm gonna say like, yeah, with the way we've been playing, especially when you enter all these guys back into the rotation and trying to fix things, you don't know. Next 5 games, you might end up going 3-2, and that might end up looking good because of whatever happened in terms of the rotation during that time. But you kind of these are 5 games you could win, especially if you're at your best. If you're healthy, you can beat the Wizards, you can beat the Hawks, you can beat the Timberwolves, and especially the Hawks without Trae Young. And we beat the Hawks with Trae Young this year already. People's not talking about that, but anyway. And then the Pistons, you can beat those guys, and the Thunder. Like, we just need to take care of the games that we're supposed to take care of. We started off last year the same, where it was like up and down. You didn't really know what you're gonna get. So hopefully they break through that barrier at some point and just figure it out. They're looking like they're figuring it out together, at least just getting the chemistry together. And I think that's the most important thing for this roster is just chemistry, to be honest with you. Like I said, they're not smiling. They're not, high-fiving as much, But this game, past 2 games, you're starting to see it. But yeah, that's really all we got. Shout out to the chat once again.
Yes.
Raul said they should call my little man up. He can help their scoring issues easy. Yeah, man. I heard your little man been balling, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the young king, out there doing his thing. But yeah, man, that's all we got. Appreciate y'all for coming out, tuning into the Garden Knicks podcast. Remember, hit that like and subscribe and share to everybody.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment 1, 2, 3 times. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5
times.
6, 7.
Just type 1 letter each. Just keep commenting.
You know what I'm saying? Yo. You know what I'm saying? What was that? There you go. You feel me? Stop. But yeah, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Everybody have a good night, man.
Appreciate the love, man. Word.
Yes, sir. 100%. Peace, y'all.
All right.